getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Kill. 26. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. I don't think you got it, son. 26.
Running with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
47.
Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Kamara off the draw. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Indy. 49, check 49. Hey, look, screen. Spawn. No. Check safety. Deep grip.
The drive will start with an option going left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
We got this.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
A gain of 16 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. 1st and 10, stick. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
It's 2nd down.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Stick looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Watch twins. 23 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. A first down throw for Prescott. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Dak Prescott last year against Philly, boy, biggest game of his career passing yardage-wise, 455 yards, 3 touchdowns in a 29-23 December victory over the Eagles. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Here we go, 46. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Bring it. 26.
Prescott yet again. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Marr is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
On the ball.
Space to maneuver at the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Check 55 to mine. Hey, man. What?
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run with Howard. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Bomber. 22 jet bomber. Ready?
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And complete to Zach Ertz. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the give, running right is Howard. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready?
Mike 57. Hey.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. 55. Recon. 132 fighter.
A shotgun throw for Stick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. A good pickup there at 22. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Switch, hey. Let's go.
First down, Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
53 is the mic. Get your swerve on.
3rd and long for Prescott. Completes it right side to Cooper. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Marr able to put this one through. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. 3rd down, they'll throw with Stick. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stick from the gun. Buying time to his left. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Show it up. Show it up. Kill.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, you know?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll throw on 2nd down his Stick. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Dobbs. And this is Ertz with it, right side.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards. Throwing here, Dobbs. Right side caught by Jackson. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Dobbs. He's going to air one out. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is in for the 2 points, and they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8.
16, Eagles 8. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Toss play, Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Again, it's Howard. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
From the gun on third down, Dobbs, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Singletary has it stripped. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear him. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Get wide. Check 13. Check 4. Check 4.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And
those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
after the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the Cowboys first down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hey, kill. 47. Check 3. 26.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott steps away to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here we go. Line in. Check. Watch 54. No gain. 26. No gain. 26.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Eagles will have the football at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
He's coming. We got double up. Shoot.
On play action, it's Dobbs. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And it's 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Operating from the gun, Dobbs, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Dobbs looking deep for his tight end Ertz. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
53, check 53. That's 20.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Eagles
Good
take
work,
over
boy.
first
Let's go.
and 10
Let's go.
at their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Now, that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Prescott on the keeper.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that
The Buffalo Bills.